Hello lads and welcome to the Dutchman games. This next game is on Grassy Flat 1 versus 1, a game that I just played January 26 versus Alex. What a game, I'm so pumped about it, and I decided to just go ahead and show it to you immediately. Having said that, without further ado, let's start watching the game, what's going on. I've recently been experimenting with a new army composition on Grassy Flat, which consists of 8 shooting cav, and then there are going to be 2 old guards. There is 3 Swiss foot, 4 fusiliers, and 1 voltigeurs. I usually don't go with voltigeurs, but with this and a standard general. With this army composition, basically my entire funding is being allocated. So 0 money left feels always good. And so I'm fast forwarding it because it will take a while. And you could see in the setup too, it's basically long line, old guards on the flank, lights in the center to draw attention, and probably attacking from the left side. Now, my opponent is playing as Alex, playing as Turkey. His army compositions exist of 4 Azars, so they could form stakes. Mehmet Ali, he's got 4 shooting cav and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infantry. So that would be 8, 9, 18. That's strange. 4 and 4, 8, 9, and 9, 18. So he has only 18 units set up. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 4 is 18. Okay. He is Mehmet Ali, but he has chevron these units, and he's got chevron 2 on each one of these Azaris. Alright, so what did he do? He went completely to the corner of the map and entrenched himself. So you could see the stakes formed up all the way to the edge of it, so there is hardly any space to maneuver around. There you go, completely covered. Then he's forming up his lines, 3 and 3. 3 in reserve, cav is in reserve, shooting cav. Mehmet Ali is all the way in the rear, corner of the map, and wisely he actually gets outside his entrenched area, so he has space to fall back. This is basically ultimate attacking force. You could see with these 8 shooting cavs, chasseurs Jabal, meeting an ultimate defensive formation, or maybe a defensive defensive player. So how will this work out? How is it an attacker going to attack this fortified fortress, basically? It's not easy, and so, as I said, you have to watch it to the end. This is just absolutely incredible and surprising, very, very surprising, the outcome of this match. Now, you could see I left my journal behind. That's a micro mistake. I do see that this infantry is out, and so I do want to harass. You want to take anything in the open. This is just very tough because you have 8 shooting cav, and your shooting cav, I mean, you can't form a line and attack because then, they're all going to die on the stakes. So you really have to go through a gap. You've got a sacrifice unit, but the problem with shooting cav is you get behind each other and you shoot yourself in the back. So this will take a little bit I'm going to fast forward it a little bit more till we get to the action. So it took a while, a good 5 minutes for men to just get into formation. And wisely, he's going to be harassing me. You know, he's got his lights. I have no lights here. I have only one light unit, voltigeurs. So he could harass me. My cav is all the way to that side, so he's coming on this side. He has played this before. Clearly, he knows what he's doing. Look at these guys, man. 2 chevron each. So 120 Fusiliers, Old Guard. Sending my captain to this side. I decided to attack from this side now, using this as meat shield. And first shots of the game. 5 casualties. Now the Azars are slow in reloading, bad aiming, so they are not the best slides out there. The good thing about these slides are they're going to draw fire. Yeah, 3 casualties. 4 casualties on this side. So look, he's falling right behind the stakes. And I have him encircled, but how to proceed from here? And I'm trying to get close to him so I could shoot. If he stands in front of his units, I have more men and I could shoot at these slides, and then he's going to have collateral damage on his infantry. So he goes in front of his infantry, but I don't give him any chance. So I start attacking again. And that's, you know, if you don't have light, you want to get as close as possible. So again, it's another volley, and I'm down to lost 11 men in total. And he gets behind his line, so if I get closer, then these guys are going to start shooting at me. The cav, what are you going to do? I mean, you have stakes the entire place, so you got to sacrifice some cav. And again, mistake micromanagement. I'm really scared of these lights. I don't want to give them space to get out. And look how he formed. I'm going to play it from his side. Right in the center, open field. He's just really good. So a little trick over here, you form squares, gives you distance, but wisely he moves forward, and now he's going to be forming square and return the favor. Look at him, he's forming square. Now he's going to be able to shoot at me. Getting my cav into position, and look at it, man. I'm just returning fire, but this is not a good exchange. I don't want to lose my cav versus his light. And he's got the backup right over here. So pushing again and charge. So these guys went over stake, but they opened up. These guys went over stake. I lost 5 men, but this area is open now. And he forms squares. I lost 2 cav units. Lost 2 cav units. Getting good pot shots here. So you do want to go in combat, but look at him, man. He's fast. His micro is really, really good. 1, 2, 3 units versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. Even if I'm open, oh, 6, another 4, 10. Look at his micro. He's coming with cav. I see him coming, forming square, but he changed directions. So a really good player in this area. And it's up to me to close the gap, and so in the process I'm going to get shot. They lost 1 cav unit. I lost pretty much 1 infantry unit. And there's only 1 unit versus all these units. They're sending in next cav. I'm able to get some shots on this side. He's sending another cav unit. we do form square, and I learned now, so I'm forming 2 squares. But look at, man, his lights are in position, 3 infantry versus 2 infantry, I'm in square. This is absolutely disaster on my side. It's just tough to attack, but we move on. What an attack is supposed to do, you gotta attack, right? And he's micro, he just counters. 1 unit, 2 units, both units, and he's sending cav after them so they can't. Luckily I have 1 unit here to support. So the second wave going for attack, he's pulling back his lights. He's just killing whatever is left of his retreating units. And he's going for another attack. Forming square. He's got a really good micro. He keeps moving around too, so and he goes for the next one. Wow, look at the charge. It's good recap. One of my units is coming back, second one is hopefully coming back, he is coming back, and I have a Fusilier over here. His lights are just shot after shot. He's got 2 more cav units shifting to the right to go after these units, wisely done so. And he's still in square, so my cav has been useless. So he goes all the way to the end of the map with his lights protected. 2 cav units coming in. He's good with his units and his general. So there are some casualties on the general. Now the thing with Turkey is you want to get the general. When the general falls, the army will fall too. That's just a golden rule. So I see he's being careless about general. I want to go after the general. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, he has the advantage, but we have an old guard here. Finally bring my general and the last 3 cav units with me. He's still got 2 cav units. He's got 22, I see that. I don't form square. It's just not much into the cav, but I'm worried about this cav unit, so I do form square. Knowing that he's good with his cav. Look, he changes directions again. And he goes after my old guard. Ouch. Counter charge, and he forms square. I want to go after the general, but he's very well protected. Our men are running, sir. Look at how well he protects his men. Square. It's tough over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3. 73, 43 men here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is getting really bad for my side. I do have 1 more cav unit here, and I really go after his general. That's what I'm aiming for, but I don't reach, and they're out. The problem of being in a corner is that they will just immediately leave the field. I go for another cav unit. I don't want to give him any chance. I want to really get this general, but he forms square, and I don't have infantry supporting. He's down to 5. I really badly want to get this general. He's in square, trying to shoot at those squares with my last cap that I have, and he's wisely aiming his Azars into my old guard. Very well done. You always want to aim at the elite. These guys are just bleeding due to these lights. So the power bar still is even. I have 1 old guard and he's down to 51, so I save him. Now look at my general getting into place. His lights are being useless right now. So I charge my old guard into these lights. I have to get these lights with the old guard and the general. I gotta get here. I really want to get this general. So here comes the old guard down to 45, and he again forms a square. Luckily, not many men there. So we do get into these lights. He forms up to shoot at my general. And I want to get his general. Come on, come on, come on. 7. He's 5. 4. My old guard, 32. I send my old guard after general again. And he routs. The general routes. That's a big step for me. But really not many men left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. My old guard, I don't have anyone else with morale support. We still got 2 light units. The problem with this is if I attack, I'm going to get the first shot. And he forms up. Look at him. So this unit is going to fall. Using now my light, this is good space here. I'm trying to focus on one unit at a time. Look, routed, and it's no general. routed. I have 1 voltigeur unit versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units over here. Surprisingly, the power bar is still a half, but this was my offense versus these. Well, 1 unit routes, that worked. We're aiming again at the second. I'm aiming at the line, they're routing. Second one, third one route. And the fourth one route. Wow, this one route too. Now it's 1 light versus 1 light. I have 49 men, he's got 48 men. He's got 2 chevrons, I got 1 chevron. This was incredible, the chain route here. That happens without the general. Who is going to win this? 44 versus 43. How close is this? And they rout. They rout before I did. And this is the end of the game. This 1 voltigeur unit was fighting versus 5 units, and they routed. This was absolutely incredible. I could not believe my eyes. I actually conceded to him and said it was a good game once I only had 1 voltigeurs left. I had less deployed, less men. Even though he had 2 less units, he had only 18 units, but I lost 200 men less. I killed 300 men more. Unit statistics, my best unit, Old Guard, Swiss foot. So not much with my line infantry kills. Like this Old Guard was disaster, only 66 kill. My cav, it was just a matter of routing. So it's not always about killing more men, it's just be able to route the units, and you do that, just like you saw, they will leave the field and last man standing wins. With that, I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was a short 20 minutes game, but boy, it was exciting. Good game to my opponent. Thank you, Alex, and till next time. Cheers.